Hey everyone, today I thought we'd do a simple winter makeup look together for dry skin. So if that sounds good to you, get your makeup ready and let's get into it. So I did my brows and a bit of color correcting off camera. Now let's get into the good stuff. We're going to start with the eyeshadow palette that I've been loving lately, and it is the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 palette. This is so nice and so good. The formulas are really soft and just easy to work with. To start, I'm going to take a A503 BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy, and I'm going to take the shade, I'm going to use the shade Crucial. With a large fluffy brush, I'm going to put that all over the crease and just slightly above, bringing it slightly out, buffing in circular motions. Blend, blend, blend it out, blend it out. Next, I'm going to take the shade next to it, which is called Trademark, and I'm just going to gently pack some on in my brush. Put that all over the lid. We're keeping this really simple. I'm using mainly the warm tones in this palette. I'm going to go in with another fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the shade Needed very gently and kind of deepen the outer corner. I'm going to go ahead and take the lightest shade in the top row, gently pack it on the brush, and I'm just going to go over the inner part of the lid towards the center, just to kind of brighten it up a bit. Look how it just brightens up right away. That's all for now with the eyes. Now let's move into the complexion. I'm going to go ahead and first use the E.l.f Dewy Coconut Setting Spray. I really want to give my skin as much hydration as I can, especially now that it's cold outside. I'm going to use a sponge just to help press it in. For a base today, we're going to use the Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. Give it a good shake. These run pretty warm, at least from the way they look online, and it oxidizes a bit. So I am going to use a blue color corrector just to neutralize it a bit. And I'm going to use the E.l.f color corrector. I'm going to put just a little on the back of my hand. So this is what it looks like before color correcting. And it's a very thin formula. So because of that, I am going to use a brush. Whenever products are thin, they work better when you use a brush. So I just have just a bit of color corrector, and I'm going to rub that in. And you can see it neutralized it a bit. I'm going to apply that with my fingers. So I'm just going to use my foundation brush to buff this into the skin. And where I want more coverage, I'm going to stipple and then just buff the rest in. Because I have dry skin and I have a lot of fine lines, especially under my eyes, I'm not going to apply any product under my eyes. And I typically don't do this because the more you put, the more product is going to settle into your fine lines. So I like to just use that for concealer. And that's why I went and color corrected off camera so that I'm not using too much product. Less is more, my friends. Less is more. That's how you get a seamless finish. And it gives light coverage. So if you want something with a little more coverage, this is not the way to go. But if you want healthy looking skin, this is the way to go. This is perfect for that. Look at that finish. It's very, very hydrating. It looks beautiful on the skin. So dry skin, you're gonna love this. It's not gonna feel heavy on the skin, and it's not gonna cling onto any dry patches, which is what we want. Now that I've buffed that all into the skin with my brush, I'm gonna go in with a sponge and I'm just gonna press into the skin, especially around my smile lines. That way there's no heavy product buildup there. Now we're gonna go in with some concealer. I'm going to use my favorite, the Tower 28 Hydrating Serum Concealer. This is so good, especially for dry under eyes. I'm telling you, it looks beautiful. And I'm going to show you how I apply. I like to apply just very little because little goes a long way with your makeup. And since we color corrected, we don't need much. And because my dark circles are like mainly right here, that's why I like to put the product right below there. I'm going with my concealer brush. And I'm first going to just like pat, like dab, and then just blend. Because we're using such a small layer of concealer, we're not going to have heavy creasing or product buildup under the eyes. And as you can see, most of the products I'm using are hydrating, which is definitely what we want, especially now that the weather is cold. How is it by where you guys are? Have you experienced the snow yet? We're looking good. And I'll have all the shades and everything that I'm using listed down below. Now let's go into some bronzer. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty bronzing stick in the shade Happy Soul. This is very loved, very used, very dirty. I need to clean it. Don't judge, don't judge. All right, so I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes. I'm going to go in with the BK Beauty Nikki LaRose N14 brush. I love this brush for so many things. This is a very pretty brown. It does look a bit more on the orangey side, but it's workable. It's a very pretty, easy to blend bronzing shade. I'm going to do the forehead. So I'm going to really pack it on there. Blending up towards the hairline. I really like to come down on my forehead because I have more of like a 5 head. So to give the illusion that it's not so big, bronze it up. So now that we have our bronzer on, I was going to use cream blush, but I'm just going to go ahead and set the face now. Dry skin and powder, it can be tricky, but I have a whole video that I'm working on that I really hope you stay tuned for. It's going to be all about powder and dry skin, which is best, how to use it, and Yeah, we really shouldn't be afraid of powder, especially with how far the technology has come. It actually benefits us to use it if you want to, of course. So I'm going to take the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop in the shade Light. And this is what I'm going to use to set my face and my under eyes. I'm going to use a brush, so it's going to be a soft application. I'm going to just take my sponge first and go over any edges. I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and take another brush and set the face. Now let's go back into our eyeshadow palette and finish up the under eyes. I'm going to go ahead and dip into Needed and Crucial. I'm going to go in and take the white shade in this palette. I'm just going to blend that in the inner corner. So let's finish up the face. I'm going to go in with some powder bronzer. I'm going to use the matte bronzing powder from Essence. This is a really nice bronzer. I just wish it came in more shades than it does. So with a large fluffy brush, I'm going to go ahead and just bronze up. It smells like coconut too. Anyone else get that smell when they use this? It smells so much like coconut. Now let's add some color back to the skin, some nice blush. I'm going to go in with the Hourglass blush. This is in the shade Mood Exposure. I'm not going to swirl my brush into the product. I'm just going to gently tap it in, press it in to pick up product. And just like that, you get a beautiful, soft, glowy finish. I like to apply blush like right here as well. I just feel it gives a more youthful appearance, especially for my face. We're almost done with the look. Now let's do lips. I'm going to go in with the NYX lip liner in Nude Truffle. Now we're going to use one of my favorite lip products, one of my favorite products from 2023, which is Ali Glein's Ravie Beauty. This is the shade Lily. This is gorgeous. It's a nude pink color. It's like a nude pink shade. Perfect for this look. Gorgeous. Before we finish up, let's go ahead and set the makeup. We're going to go back in with the E.l.f Dewy Coconut Setting Spray. Give it a good shake. Take my sponge. I'm going to take my blush brush and whatever's left, press it in. So now that we've set, let's go ahead and apply our mascara. And I'm going to use the E.l.f Lash N Roll, which is a favorite of mine. This has been a long time, everyday favorite. It's very easy to use. It's nothing drastic, nothing crazy, but it just works beautiful. This is the finished look. What do you think? Hopefully you've enjoyed it and found some use out of it. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.